What if I told you that there's a top secret for living strong up to 120 years? A secret that has been known for centuries by some of the healthiest and longest living communities in the world? These people have not only survived but thrived well beyond the average lifespan, and they share some common habits that can help us all live longer and healthier lives. And today, I'm going to share with you one of their top secrets for longevity. It all starts with what you eat. Certain herbs and spices contain powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that can help reduce the harmful effects of toxins and inflammation in our bodies. For example, ginger, turmeric, garlic, and cinnamon have been shown to improve cardiovascular health, lower blood pressure, and cholesterol, and reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as cancer, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. Assuming you had not been incorporating these into your diet, and you are faced with some abnormalities already, don't worry, it is never too late for cleansing of the blood vessels as far as you are still alive. Cleansing of blood vessels refers to the process of removing plaque and other buildups from the walls of the arteries and veins that carry blood throughout the body. This buildup, which can consist of cholesterol, fatty deposits, and other substances, can narrow the blood vessels and reduce blood flow, potentially leading to health problems such as heart disease, stroke, or peripheral artery disease. There are several ways to help cleanse the blood vessels, including making dietary and lifestyle changes. Eating a healthy, balanced diet that is low in saturated and trans fats and high in fiber can help reduce cholesterol levels and prevent the buildup of plaque. Regular exercise can also help improve blood flow and strengthen the heart and blood vessels. In some cases, medical treatments such as angioplasty or stenting may be necessary to remove blockages and improve blood flow. However, it's important to consult with a healthcare professional before making any significant changes to your diet or lifestyle or starting any new medical treatments. Angioplasty and stenting are medical procedures used to treat blockages in the arteries. Angioplasty is a minimally invasive procedure in which a thin tube called a catheter is inserted into a blood vessel, usually through the groin or arm. The catheter is then guided to the site of the blockage, and a small balloon attached to the end of the catheter is inflated to open up the artery and improve blood flow. Stenting is often done in conjunction with angioplasty. A stent is a tiny mesh tube that is inserted into the artery after the balloon has been inflated. The stent helps keep the artery open and prevent it from narrowing again. Both angioplasty and stenting are commonly used to treat blockages in the coronary arteries, which can cause chest pain, angina, or a heart attack. They can also be used to treat blockages in other arteries throughout the body, such as those in the legs or neck. While angioplasty and stenting are generally safe and effective procedures, there are some risks involved, such as bleeding, infection, or damage to the artery. Your doctor can help determine whether angioplasty and stenting are appropriate for your specific situation. Ecidrix, also known as hydrochlorothiazide, is a medication used to treat high blood pressure and edema, fluid retention. They are not specifically used for cleansing blood vessels, but they can indirectly help improve blood vessel health by reducing high blood pressure and decreasing the amount of fluid in the body. Erinit, also known as erythromycin, is an antibiotic medication that is not used for cleansing blood vessels either. It is typically used to treat bacterial infections such as pneumonia, bronchitis, and skin infections. While medications can be helpful in managing certain health conditions, they should always be used under the guidance of a healthcare professional and in combination with other lifestyle changes, such as eating a healthy diet and getting regular exercise, to help improve overall cardiovascular health. Obstruction of the blood vessels is a common occurrence that can happen to anyone. It's a natural part of the aging process, and cholesterol accumulation in the blood vessels is a major contributor to this problem. Unfortunately, it cannot be entirely avoided, but steps can be taken to minimize the risk. Cholesterol is a waxy substance that is produced by the liver and is also found in certain foods. It plays a vital role in the body, but when there is an excess of it in the blood, it can accumulate on the walls of the arteries and veins, leading to blockages. These blockages can cause a range of health problems, including heart disease, stroke, and peripheral artery disease. They can also contribute to the aging process, as reduced blood flow can cause damage to cells and tissues throughout the body. While it may not be possible to completely avoid blockages in the blood vessels, there are things that can be done to minimize the risk. Eating a healthy, balanced diet that is low in saturated and trans fats and high in fiber can help reduce cholesterol levels and prevent the buildup of plaque. Regular exercise can also help improve blood flow and strengthen the heart and blood vessels. If you have concerns about the health of your blood vessels, it's important to consult with a healthcare professional. They can help determine your risk factors and recommend appropriate lifestyle changes or medical treatments if necessary. By taking care of your cardiovascular health, you can help minimize the risk of blockages and promote overall health and longevity. Cholesterol is a major contributor to the aging process in the body. As cholesterol accumulates in the blood vessels, it triggers an inflammatory response, which can damage cells and tissues throughout the body. This, in turn, leads to the development of chronic diseases, such as heart disease and stroke, and accelerates the aging process. In addition to the effects on aging, obstruction of the blood vessels can also significantly shorten a person's lifespan. When blood vessels become clogged with plaque, blood flow to vital organs and tissues is reduced, which can lead to organ failure and other life-threatening conditions. Instead of living to the age of 120, as our organs are theoretically capable of, many people don't survive to 70 due to the effects of vascular obstruction. Age-related hypertension is one of the most obvious symptoms of vascular obstruction, particularly in those aged 40 to 50. High blood pressure can be an indicator of underlying cardiovascular disease, and it's important to have regular checkups with a healthcare professional to monitor blood pressure and other cardiovascular risk factors. It's important to note that cholesterol is not the only substance that can clog your blood vessels. Other substances, such as triglycerides, homocysteine, and glucose, can also contribute to plaque buildup and vascular obstruction. These substances are often elevated in individuals with conditions such as diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and obesity. To reduce the risk of vascular obstruction and the associated health risks, it's important to maintain a healthy lifestyle. This includes eating a balanced diet low in saturated and trans fats, engaging in regular physical activity, avoiding smoking, and managing any underlying medical conditions such as high blood pressure or diabetes. By taking care of your cardiovascular health, you can help minimize the risk of vascular obstruction and promote overall health and longevity. Cholesterol is not the only substance that can accumulate in the blood vessels. There are actually two other substances that can contribute to blockages as well. One of these substances is blood clots. Blood clots can form when platelets in the blood stick together and form a clump, which then attaches to the walls of the blood vessels. These clots can obstruct blood flow and increase the risk of heart attack or stroke. If you imagine cholesterol as resembling fat, then blood clots look more like cottage cheese. Blood clots are more likely to form when there is an excess of cholesterol in the blood, as this can damage the walls of the blood vessels and create a surface for the platelets to stick to. It's important to note that blood clots are not always harmful, and in fact, they can be beneficial in certain situations such as when you're bleeding from a wound. However, when they form inappropriately within the blood vessels, they can lead to serious health problems. In addition to blood clots, there is another substance that can accumulate in the blood vessels: plaque. Plaque is made up of a combination of substances, including cholesterol, calcium, and cellular waste products. It can build up over time on the walls of the blood vessels, narrowing the passage for blood flow and increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. To reduce the risk of blood clots and plaque buildup, it's important to maintain a healthy lifestyle. This includes eating a balanced diet, engaging in regular physical activity, avoiding smoking, and managing any underlying medical conditions such as high blood pressure or diabetes. By taking care of your cardiovascular health, you can help minimize the risk of blockages and promote overall health and longevity. When blood clots form inside a blood vessel, they can potentially break away and travel through the bloodstream to other parts of the body. This can be very dangerous if the clot ends up in the heart or the brain. If a blood clot reaches the heart, it can cause a heart attack by blocking the flow of blood to the heart muscle. This can cause the heart muscle to become damaged and can even be life-threatening. Similarly, if a blood clot reaches the brain, it can cause a stroke by blocking the flow of blood to the brain. This can lead to brain damage and can also be life-threatening. Both heart attacks and strokes are serious medical emergencies that require immediate treatment. Unfortunately, the risk of these events increases as we age, and older people are more likely to experience them. This is because our blood vessels become stiffer and narrower as we get older, which can make it easier for blood clots to form and travel through the bloodstream. It's important to take steps to reduce the risk of blood clots and protect your cardiovascular health. This can include eating a healthy diet, getting regular exercise, not smoking, and managing any medical conditions such as high blood pressure or diabetes. By taking care of your cardiovascular health, you can help reduce the risk of these dangerous events and improve your chances of living a longer, healthier life. If you're looking for ways to keep your heart and circulatory system healthy, incorporating certain herbs into your diet may be helpful. These herbs contain micronutrients that can support your cardiovascular health and improve blood flow. Arjuna and Moringa oleifera are two herbs that are believed to be especially effective in promoting cardiovascular health. These herbs have been used for centuries in traditional medicine to treat a variety of health issues, including heart disease. One of the key benefits of these herbs is their ability to help clean the walls of blood vessels from bad cholesterol. This is important because the buildup of cholesterol in the blood vessels can increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. In addition to their cholesterol-lowering effects, these herbs can also help to supply cells with oxygen and other beneficial substances, which can improve overall cardiovascular health. By improving blood flow throughout the body, these herbs can help to reduce the risk of heart disease and other cardiovascular problems. If you're interested in incorporating these herbs into your diet, you can find them in a variety of forms, including capsules, teas, and powders. As with any herbal supplement, it's important to talk to your healthcare provider before adding these herbs to your routine, especially if you are currently taking any medications or have any underlying health conditions. But diet is not the only factor. Exercise is also essential for longevity. Regular physical activity not only improves cardiovascular health but also strengthens bones and muscles, reduces stress, and enhances mood and cognitive function. And let's not forget about the power of the mind. Mindfulness practices such as meditation, yoga, and Tai Chi have been shown to reduce stress, improve sleep, and enhance immune function, among other benefits. But the top secret for living strong up to 120 years is not just about diet, exercise, or mindfulness. It's about the synergy of these habits and many others that promote overall health and well-being. It's about finding joy and purpose in life, cultivating meaningful relationships, and living in harmony with nature and the environment. So, if you want to unlock the top secret for living strong up to 120 years, start by adopting healthy habits, one step at a time. And remember, it's never too late to start. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay healthy and happy.